No. Let's get that down a bit there. I've done a bit of a sketch. Put some trees in here, because when I do my background trees here, I'm marking my paper. I don't want to run into them. I want to blend them in, so I need to remember where they are. So I've got a bit of a water here, a bit of a lake or whatever. But, you know, there's a path there and that. So you'll see as I do it. Right. I'll tell you what, I'll squirt my paper for a bit of wet. Wet my paper a bit. Clean my brush, it's filthy. Start with a bit of cerulean blue. Just sort of make this up. Get some clouds in wherever you want them, really. Something like that. That'll do me. There, then I'll pop in, I think, yeah. Wash my brush again. I think I'll pop in some. Is that strong? In fact, let's get a bit more cerulean blue on it now. Won't look very strong. A bit more in. That's better. There, that's better. Right, now I'm going to stick in a bit of cream colour. Mix a creamy colour up. Something like yellow ochre, something like that. I'll do that. I'll just mix one up. I ain't got no yellow ochre, so I just mix one up. Something like that, that'll do. There, they're going to be my clouds. And then I'm going to come in bottom of them clouds with purplish colour. And just to give me some, it just puts a bit on bottom of them clouds, makes them look like clouds. And I'll just dry my brush now. Try and control paint a bit because it's going everywhere. Right, so I might have to take them bits up a bit, thin these bits out a bit. Yeah, probably look alright when it's dried. That a bit more blue back in here. See, I'm going into drier brushwork now, so it'll not go as crazy. A bit more down there, something like that. So a bit of blue up there, look. All blending in. A bit more into all sorts more one colour. Some more purple bits down here, look. Just in. I need trees in there in a bit. Right, now I need sort of, I'd say probably a bluey, purpley colour down here for these bushes and that down here. So start with a bit of purple. Like that. Then I'll mix that with a bit of that cerulean blue. That, put a bit of that in, a bit of blue in there, a bit of, where's me? I can't see me. Things what I've painted. I think there's a tree about there. I can't see me lines anymore. I'm just going to guess, as I say, there's one there or something like that. Right, then I'm going to get a bit of cream colour and just blob that into all them colours so it just dotties it a bit and makes it look a bit more of a realistic colour. That's it, something like that. That's better. I've lost all my lines, I can't see them. Maybe put your lines in a bit darker, perhaps. I don't know. Right, I think now for these trees, I'll put some, mix like a light cream colour for them. So, that's a bit, I use yellow and light red. If you've got light red out of a tube, you'll notice it's not like a bright red colour, it's like a reddy brown colour, and it gives a nice cream colour. That's it, that looks alright. So then I'll come in there. In fact, let's do this big and fast, so I may as well stick this in there. So there's a big one about something like that, about there. May as well get them in so it melts into the sky as well, it'll look good. There's one that comes through the bottom there. But that only goes to about, these are further away. It's supposed to be anyway. Or they're smaller, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be further. Bring that bottom out a bit more. Them ones are closer, right. So if I get some green in there and cut them off at the bottom there, it'll take them further back. Because you know how far back they are from where the bottom bit is. Right, so let's mix some green up then. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a tiny bit more yellow to that colour what I've just got there, and a bit of blue in. That'll give me green. That's how you mix your colours. There, that's quite nice green colour, and then that's going to mix with all this, look. So I'm going to take that line right up there, just to what we've got, there's a line about there. So I'll take that line up to there. So I can then get that tree so it's in front of the other ones. So leave a few white bits for some highlights and that, if I want, don't have to. We'll have a little bit of blue, extra blue, just in there, just there, and that'll stand out when I get my next layer in there. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do and all, get some of that light red, browny colour. Oh, some other colours mixed in with the mud at the bottom of my palette in with that. That's like a light red and a, but actually that's probably more of a Bon Umber. Do a Bon Umber when you do your, be darker like that. That's for just for that bit of mud at the bottom of your land. So what we've got now, oh yeah, that's, oh, forgetting what that line was there, that's a path. So actually I'll stick that colour then straight into that yellowy green colour. Add a bit more light red to it to take it back to a cream. I'll take it back to a cream colour. And then I'm just going to stick this path in cream. Just like that, that'll do. Let me get a smaller brush. There's that cream path. Let me just mix more of this up in a thicker paint, I think. That cream path goes right through here, so if I take that through there like that, through there, and out through there like that, I should let's make that one a bit thicker. There. That should look pretty good. Oh, actually I meant to leave a bit of a gap there where, like a walk-through gap, not to worry. If you want to, leave a little bit of a gap in there so it's like a gap to walk through perhaps or something. Or in fact, tell you what I could do. If I strengthen these up round here and leave a gap in there, it'll look like that anyway. So let's do that. Get some more stronger colour. Got some more of that cream and some purples dripped in it on its own. So I'll whack a bit of that in there, like that, and a bit in there. So, and then more purple, because that's gone too close to them in that colour. So I'll get some more purple in. Just take that back there, bit extra on them ones like that. Same in there like that. That's it. That's sound. And that's just looks like that bit now. It's further back. That's sound. I'll wash my brush, wipe my brush, and I'm just gonna. But you know what? I'm gonna get these drips here, but I quite like a messy looking picture. I'm gonna leave them. Yeah, it's more abstract than that, isn't it? Right, so I'm thinking now, what we got here now? Oh no, I've done it right, boo boo. That there, I thought with this waterline here. So I'll show you what to do when you've done a boo boo. Get a colour a bit brighter than what I wanted. Come into that. Try and sop it out, look like that. Sop it out. That right, boo boo. Sop it out. Bring it down here. There. You can hardly see it, look. And actually, in fact, from where that tree is, I do want a darker bit. So it's more this bit here what I want rid of. I think you can hardly see that now. Ah, that'll do. And that bright line, that brown line should have been down there. There we are. That's sorted, look. There, sorted it. Then, like I say, that dark brown line, I'll have that. Let me mix some more of that colour. Where did I even get that colour from in my palette? I've got some mud in my palette now. Bon Umber will do it, but I've got some mud in my palette. Right, I'm going to have this bit here back in, because that's going to be its shadow off at the bottom of that tree. So let's say my light's coming in that way. Take that down to there, and then I'm going to put some more back in for the mud at the bottom of there. That's what that should have been in first place. So if you're actually following along with this, it'd be better if you watched it to end first, so you know not to copy my mistakes. But it's good to leave them mistakes in, so you can see how to fix them if you make the same. You might make that same mistake on a totally different video. So I'll leave it in, so you can see how easy it can be when you go wrong. Right, I want a light bit there, not that light though. That's okay. So soon sort that out. Put some dark in there. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, and then I'm going to have a light bit across there in a minute. So I'll put that dark in bottom there. Ready. That's sound. Right, I am going to dry my brush now and do a bit of tidying up, because at the minute these drippy bits I thought looked cool, but now they're getting a bit too carried away and dripping everywhere, so I'm going to tidy them up a bit. There you are, and that's as simple as that, look, just to tidy them bits up. Just blend them colours in. Well, simple as that. That's tidied all that up. Job's a good one. Yeah. That brown line that I put in by mistakes, totally gone, look, can't see it at all. Might leave them bits dripping into that path. I think they look alright. Tell you what, let's just take that one in here, just to get a shot on it. There, that's that. Right, tell you what, I think I might go in and get some of these dark bits under these trees, some of the low lights in there. So let's mix up a sort of just a darker colour of that. I think I use quite a bit of purple in it because I've got purple in my sky, so it'll probably suit it. I've got like a mucky purple colour, especially for back here, look like that. And the sun's coming in that way, so I'm going to add darker bits to the right hand side. Good to do it while it's still slightly wet, then it can blend in a bit better. Because that one's closer, I think I'm going to mix an even darker colour and add that in, so slightly darker. So I've just added a bit of burnt umber to it. I've added mud from the bottom of my palette again, but it will be burnt umber what's in that mud. There, that's nice. You even add a bit of Payne's grain to that if you want, or maybe it's a bit of just really strong purple. Let's try that. Just whack some neat purple on without cleaning my brush. So it's not like bright purple because it's already got that mud on my brush. I did it without cleaning my brush. And I think them back there, they look alright because they're further back. And these are your autumn trees with all your purples, yellows and that. When this dries, if you want to, you could glaze some yellow back on them, or a bit of bright orange or something. Brighten them right up. I'll have a look when it's dried and see what I think. You might want to make them even brighter. Right, talking about brighter, I think, shall I whap in now a bright yellow in there? Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? And then I've got a load of mud in here from all them. I've got some mud in my palette now from all them colours what I've used, all lot. So I've just splodged it all together without washing that yellow off my brush. And just dump that in there, look like that. And in fact, let's use that. Just pull a bit down there like that for some reflections into there. Right, now I think, you know what, I'm going to mix my blue without washing my brush. I hope it don't go too green. That looks alright. Right, I'll get some blue in for this river now. Just matching sky. I might dab a bit of purple in a minute and all, just to help it match that sky. See, it's gone more greeny, but that's from all these other colours around reflecting. In fact, let me just get in some pure blue and try and kill a bit of that green. That's better. There, that's alright, that's sound. There, get some purple in, because there's some purple in that sky, so stick a tiny bit of purple in there like that. that's always going to look good. Something like that looks nice. And then a tiny bit more reflection on here. I think when I say a tiny bit, that's what I mean. So all that what's running down now, I'll grab it quick. I don't want it like that. A lot of stuff in watercolours just reacting quick. Stop it going mental. A bit more purple in there. A bit more of that blue as well. Thicken it up a bit. There. And then some more of that dark colour. But hopefully we're dry. I'll tell you what, do it with a drier brush and then it not drip down like that. So that's just your little reflections under there. And if you want to soften them, wipe your brush dry on your tea towel and just sort of a bit of that look. Works, doesn't it? And if you're wiping too much paint off doing that, you can always stick a bit more back in. But I think that looks now like a nice bit of water, doesn't it? Oh, right. Take some of that gooiness out of there now. See all these drippy bits. I like this rough sort of look. Let's get this gooey bit out of there, that water. Right, let's get a thicker bit. Nah, this is quite close anyway. Stick a thicker bit on there, look. And then in there, I'll have some blue and some purple of a shadow in there. Then I don't even wash my brush. Come back into some bright yellow for bottom. And it just helps reflect what's happening around. Let's have some more darker green and all in there. Just a bit more of a green in. Some more, some burnt umber in this bottom bit. The paint's dry. I've left my top off my paint and it's all really dried up. It's taking me ages to scrub some colour out. There. Oh, that's nice. Blend a bit of that through into each other. Some more purple. See that purple into that, mixed into that colour. Looks lovely, and it's still the colours of what's in that the sky. That's nice. Or does that look too bright compared to that? Now it's sat back now, you see, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, no, it's not that nice. It's too bright compared to that. So it's got to be dulled. So I'll tell you what, the best way to dull summits, a bit of red. Is that dull enough? It's that yellow what's coming right through. Still looks a bit bright to me. Maybe it'll look better when it's dried, perhaps, I don't know. Put some more red in, dull it down, that's better. A bit more of that green. Really mucky green colour. There, then some more yellow on top. So it's like yellow but it's blending in. So that look like, I don't know. So I'm not keen on that at all. You know what, I want to sweep this round a bit more. I don't like the way it just suddenly sort of comes down now. I'm going to sweep it round, that's better. That just looks better like that. There. A bit more of that blue in there. There. That looks better, doesn't it? Yeah. And then I think let's pop a bit more of this colour in here. Just to this bit here looks a little bit faint, so I'll add a bit extra colour in there. That's like the top of that hill there, I think. A bit back in there into that bit. That's nice. Some water on my brush. Blend this out over here, and then I'm going to add a bit more of that. I've added a bit of purple into it. Oh, that's nice. Purpley muddy colour into there. That's the shadow from under that tree. There. Pull that down. I'll be whacking them trees in a minute. Tell you what, let's pop a bit more work into that path again and all, something like that. Just to let's blend that in a bit. There. I think that looks better, doesn't it? That's it. A bit more burnt umber down here. We're just layering up now. Bits is dry and adding some layers in. We're not totally covering up everything we've done underneath and that. Right, I think that's looking alright now. Right, let's get ickle brush now and stick some ickle branches in. Let me get a nice bit of paint added. I've got some right in the middle of my palette. I've got some green. I don't want it green because I'm going to put some branches in, but I'm not going to waste that green colour. So I've just added a load of red to that green, and it's took all that green out, and now it's sent it brown. I'm going to add a bit of purple in to darken it, a bit of red and blue, but I've still got a bit of purple mud in the bottom of my palette, so just use that, red and blue for purple. So it's got a slight purple brown colour, so it matches in with them. And then fill my brush up, and let's build this. You know what, I'm going to have a fatter brush. Where's that other brush gone? That one. Build this now into a nice tree. I think I can rest me on there. Is that dry enough? Not sure. Right, so let's have now a nice tree in here. So if I come down there like that, perhaps up there, maybe a bit, that middle bit there, sort of looking where you're going, and have a nice chunky bit on bottom of there. Leave a little bit of highlight in there, look. Then here, let's see, into there like that. There, that's looking pretty good. It's got, I left it on, it's slightly damp, so it's misting in a bit, but I think that's working quite well, because even this tree's still at a bit of a distance away, so I think that's working all right for me. Yeah, you can have some branches sticking out and all if you want, because these are where the leaves are falling off these trees, so there'll probably be a few bits where the leaves have fallen off. If you've got a bit, I'll say, is that dry enough? You know what, I'm giving this whole thing a bit of dry now. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to do these background ones first. They'll be softer than them. These background ones need to be quite soft because they're dead far away, you see. So what's going in there we want soft. Let's see, just some. I'm not going to see every single branch, so just stick a few in. And that's it, something like that. And like I say, you can have a few extra sticking out. There, now let's dry it all. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just have a couple of sort of leaves. Oh, they're red hot. There's a couple of leaves, not leaves, branches just sticking out here where the leaves just completely fell off. There, something like that. That's just where they fell off. Say a few more there and all that. Just where they fell completely off. I'm thinking a few there and all. That's it. That's just where leaves completely fell off, and because they're autumn leaves that's falling off. But perhaps some of this brown down here is some of them leaves what's on the floor. Who knows? Look, see, I don't like that little mark there where I've got. That little line there is where my paint hasn't dissolved properly, well, I've probably not squished it round enough. If you use higher quality paint, that'll not happen. I'm on really cheap paint here just because I've got no money. So I'm on really cheap paint. Right, you know what, I think this needs, oh, I'll tell you what it needs, ickle fence. Definitely needs an ickle fence. So that same brown colour that I've just used, with a slight into that purplish colour in to help match it with that sky. And let's whack in a little fence in here, something like that. Let's have one almost on floor like that. That one's wobbling there. Let's say that one's coming front, this one's going behind. So another one there, and another one just down there like that. Then get a thin brush. I'll stick a few lines on. That one, I might just do a bit of, that one's snapped off, look. And there. These are just them little wires what you get. I'll leave that one and put that one down there like that. So it just looks like it's dropping to bits. There, like that. It's probably, if I smudge that down there, probably just go in that bit behind that tree. And I'll tell you what else I could do, just because my light's coming in that way, I suppose I could just have a bit of a shadow on that one. Don't think these are that much because that's sort of in shadow anyway in there. Yeah, that'll do. Right, where else do I need? I need a couple of bods. I'll put them in with that purplish colour and all. Put them in a light area. This is Peter and Paul. Peter, Paul, out looking for worms. Right, I need a reflection of that tree, and that'll make this water look really good. So let's do that. Let's get some water. Separate brush. Pour a bit of water in. Some council pop to just re-wet my paper there. And then what colour's on here? So it's like a browny colour, isn't it? Oh yeah. That'll do for me. Reflection of that tree. There. I'll soften it back in with this brush. I'll use that corner and then that corner. Oh, that looks nice. Them little bits where my brush brokes there. Looks like that little twigs like that. Right, that's that. Oh, right, I'll tell you what I do need. One more dry, and I'll stick some little water lines in. So one more thing I wanted to do and all, I'll be dead subtle with this, I don't want it to look sort of daft. I want a little path, I want that path to sort of go through there. Should I take it there, up there, back across there and through, and I want it to sort of go out there. So let's get it a bit bigger there, and then let me wipe my brush clean and just take the soften it in a little bit. Get my brush clean again. It's slightly damp, and I'm going to just, that's it, soften it in a lot. So it's just so you can just sort of see it. Can you just see that? Let's add a bit of yellow into it. I just want it subtle. A tad more brown. Yeah, it's just a muddy little path. And then still a bit standoutish for me, so I just go bump with that. Now it's dabbed completely off. Pop a bit more back in, it don't matter, that's what you do, stay calm. That's what you do, you just put a bit more in. There we are. There. I think that looks alright, doesn't it? Just a little puff, so that looks like your eyes going in there. Right, oh, I need a bit of white in here. I think I need a man and a dog in this. Put a little man and a dog just there. Tell you what, where's that little brush? Right, what colour shall I go for a man and a dog? I'm thinking a bit sort of silhouetted anyway. I don't know. Let's go a bit red, but I think not bright red. Sometimes it's better to make it a woman and a dog, because women wear brighter colours. Brighter colours works better in watercolour paintings. Maybe it's a woman and a dog. Let's have a look, see what it looks like. I'm sure my mate Jacko, let's make this Jacko. I'm sure he has got a red hoodie. So let's make this my mate Jacko. And he's got a dog called Moses. He's out with his dog Moses. There he is, that's his red hoodie. I'm going to give him some brown here, right, because this is what you've got to do when you're painting. Brown hair, well, let's give him some brown trousers and all. Brown hair is going to suit this better, so I give him brown hair. But in actual fact, if that was a photograph and it was really Jacko, he would have a slap head. Let's put dog just a bit behind. Dog, Moses. Put Moses a little bit behind. He's been sniffing at grass and having a little wee and that. So he's a bit behind. He stopped for a little wee. There we are. That just looks like a little dog, doesn't it? Right, that's that done. Nah. I just need some little water lines in here. Is that dry enough? I dried it, didn't I? Yeah. Some little water lines in there now, just to bring that to life. Oh, my brush is all dried up. I haven't washed my brush. Wash your brushes out. Mine's all dried up with gunk. Well, not gunk, paint, but see, I left a few little bits of white lines in there, look. Oh no! I don't think it's splodge like that. God, it's all going wrong today, isn't it? When you just blob that out. There. This is good though, showing you what to do if you make a complete mess. There. That's a bit thick and over. A bit more back in. This is the thickest, blobbiest waterline I've ever done. There, that's how big and across there like that. Look. It's because this. Let me wipe this brush. Try and calm them down a bit. That's it. That's better, look. That's one more after that. So if I calm that down a bit like that, and then bring that one across and thin it out like that, that's better. There. That'll do. Nice bit of waterline in there. That's it, job's a good one. All I need now, signature. Get my autograph on it, innit? Alright, is that dry? Let's pop it right down here, look. B. So I've done it on an angle, it looks cool. D. B. Dot D dot. Bertie D. There we are. 34 minutes, bit of a long one, but there's quite a lot in there. So, don't be moaning it's too long. Right, sit on beach.